One of our reporters on the ground there, and she explained, as did the mayor, what was happening on the scene there. She said that they had put some plywood underneath the tracks of the vehicle, and they had started to move the vehicle forward when this crane, in her words, somersaulted. So explain to us what you think was happening there.
Most likely what they were doing is from the pictures that I saw, they were supporting the crane with cribbing, and it's much thicker than plywood for sure.
Yeah, we can actually see it right there, and you're right, it is much thicker than plywood. It looks more like a 2x4, like beams almost. The mayor said that what they were attempting to do at the time was move it to a secure location or secure the crane because of the winds, that the winds were in excess of 20 miles per hour, and so they thought it would be better to move it, but that this was well below regular safety standards. Is that true?
It is. The rule of thumb, and again, that's a rule of thumb, we'd have to look specifically for that make and model of crane and how much boom they had in the crane. But, at 30 miles an hour is when you would stop, and usually around 20 miles an hour you would start losing capacity of the crane. But again, it just depends on the exact setup of this particular crane.
So, in your estimation then, what do you think happened as they were trying to move this crane into a secure position using the wood there? Given that this company has been in operation, Bay Crane, since 1939, clearly they would have experience. And it looks like it was just a freak accident. But what do you think caused it?
Well, as you said, a freak accident. There could have been some kind of mechanical failure. There could have been something that failed with the cribbing itself. Unfortunately, at this time, with it just happening, there's so many things that you would have to look at. And what a blessing. I know one person was, I believe, fatally wounded, but, it did come down in the street and not across the building, that is for sure.
So, Brian, the witness that DeMarco Morgan spoke to said that the crane somersaulted. I know when Vlad and I looked at the base of the crane, we could not figure out how such a large vehicle could be flipped upside down. Can you give us some insight as to how that could happen?
Yeah, with that much boom in the crane as it's falling forward the way it did, most likely is when it hit, it brought that crane up over, and just enough I guess the motion of the crane, yes, momentum would have just brought it right on over.
All right, Brian Hope, he's a crane safety expert. Thank you so much for talking with us. We really appreciate your analysis.
Hey, thank you. Have a good day.
You too. Thanks.